News with Brian Wilk, meteorologist Greg Flint, and Mike Finner with sports. You're watching Fox 66 News First at 10.
Protecting educators, those who help our children learn in the classroom, were able to get vaccinated today. Good evening, I'm Brian Wilk. Teachers and education employees are now eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine and went to their first clinic today in Edinboro. The Northwest Tri-County Intermediate Unit 5 held its first COVID-19 vaccine clinic for teachers and their staff today, who are in Erie, Warren, and Crawford counties. Julia Hazel has the story.
My students remind me each day why I want to be a teacher.
Nicholas Wall, a teacher at Iroquois Elementary, has been waiting a long time for the COVID-19 vaccine.
With the uncertainty and insecurity that we felt for the past year or so now, it's good to have some kind of solid foundation that we can go forward with.
And how he feels safer for both his family and his students.
My students drive me each day to come back into school and help them as much as I can.
One superintendent says that everyone is excited to get the vaccine.
So in Harbor Creek, we're at about 85% of our employees who will be vaccinated, by next Thursday.
Now that teachers and staff members have access to the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, some may say that this will bring a sense of normalcy.
This is just another mitigation strategy that we'll have in place so that we can get some sense of normalcy back in our schools.
Especially to get some kind of normalcy back for students.
They help me to see that the teachers can make a big difference in any way that we really can.
Julia Hazel, Fox 66 News.
The clinics will be held at the Northwest Tri-County Intermediate Unit 5 from the first clinic that started today until March 18th. AHN St. Vincent Hospital held their second vaccination clinic today at the Erie Insurance Arena. This clinic is for those who were pre-scheduled 3 weeks ago at the first clinic to now get their second dose. Today, there were over 2,200 people getting their second Pfizer dose. And after today's clinic, AHN St. Vincent Hospital will surpass over 25,000 doses that have been given since the pandemic began.
Coming back to us, getting their second dose, achieving full vaccination. Everyone is just so excited about this and obviously ready to move on past this pandemic.
And AHN St. Vincent Hospital officials say they hope to continue having vaccination clinics. Meadville Medical Center once again held their vaccine clinic, but this time at the former Peebles Department store at the Park Avenue Plaza. According to hospital officials, the major advantages of moving to this location is that the staff will be able to give out more vaccinations. The hospital is currently giving out vaccinations to people who are under the Phase 1 guidelines from the PA Department of Health. Meadville Medical Center is currently using the Pfizer 2 vaccine for its clinics.
So far, it's been a great turnout. Everything's gone very smooth, great access, good parking, and most people have been in and out within 25 minutes, so it's going really well.
And here now is a look at the latest vaccination efforts in Erie County. 84,824 vaccinations have been administered. In Crawford County, the number is 30,551. Warren County, 9,258 shots have been given. Across Pennsylvania, over 3.5 million people have now been vaccinated. Your local vaccination headquarters is yourerie.com. Look for this logo on our website for the latest information on where and how you can sign up for a COVID-19 vaccination. President Joe Biden has moved up the nation's vaccine timeline, catching some states off guard. After rationing doses for months, officials are now bracing for a sudden surge in vaccine supply, which could cause problems of its own. Fox News correspondent Alex Hogan has the details on how various states are preparing.
The vaccine rollout is ramping up. The Biden administration is increasing the nation's supply over the next 2 months, forcing states to adjust their distribution efforts. Officials are preparing for a big boost in supply in the early April, opening up vaccination sites, recruiting more volunteers to administer the shots, and expanding vaccine eligibility. President Biden has called for every adult in the U.S. to be eligible for a vaccine by May 1st, with the goal of returning to some kind of normalcy by July 4th.
That doesn't mean large events with lots of people together, but it does mean small groups will be able to get together. After this long, hard year, that will make this Independence Day something truly special.
Some states are even getting creative with their vaccine campaigns. New York City is operating multiple sites 24 hours a day. Minnesota is allowing dentists to administer doses, and Colorado's governor has pledged all adults will be eligible even sooner than President Biden's order.
We're ready to vaccinate more Coloradans faster than ever before. We simply need the vaccine, and the good news from Washington is the vaccine is coming.
But the surge in supply also brings new challenges. Vaccinations have already been distributed unequally across the country, a problem experts expect to get worse in the coming months. The Biden administration is taking steps to make it easier to get a vaccination appointment. By May 1st, they will launch a website to help people find a vaccination center near them. In New York, Alex Hogan, Fox 66 News.
Here now is a look at the latest COVID-19 cases for Erie, the surrounding region, and across the state. The Erie County Department of Health reporting 50 new positive cases today. The total now stands at 18,076. Crawford County reporting 13 new cases. Warren County reporting 8 new cases today. Ashtabula County is up 12. Chautauqua County continues to report a total number of 7,775. Across Pennsylvania, 2,840 new COVID-19 cases reported. That raises the total to over 964,000. The Commonwealth also reporting 43 new deaths. The total number of deaths in the state from COVID-19 now stands at 24,573. More news in just a moment, but first, meteorologist Craig Flint has your Fox First forecast. Hey, Craig.
Hi there, Brian. Good evening to you. Good evening, everybody. It's a colder night out there for sure, with a good deal of clear sky, just a few high clouds drifting overhead. From time to time, as we take a look live at the Bicentennial Tower in State Street in downtown Erie on a Saturday night. Bundle up if you're heading out. Now, it's not like temperatures have dropped off a cliff, but, you know, it's still a steady decrease here. And Storm Tracker high and dry. That should set the stage for a beautiful weekend. But actually, the numbers have gone up with that southwest wind at 39, so still not too bad. But that southwest wind really does make it feel a little cooler. So we fall into the low 30s, upper 20s with a good deal of clear sky. And it's a repeat performance tomorrow. Bright sunshine, breezy. High temperatures eventually recover into the upper 30s and low 40s. Clean forecast coming up later in the newscast. Brian, over to you.
Thanks, Craig. A garage in Waterford was burned to the ground this evening. It's new tonight at 10 o'clock. Crews were called to the 12,000 block of Hill Road shortly after 5 o'clock tonight. Initial calls were for a vehicle on fire inside of a garage, but when firefighters arrived, crews found a working fire. Thankfully, no injuries were reported. One man is homeless after a fire ripped through his house early Saturday morning. The Erie Fire Department were called to the 600 block of East 7th Street for a structure fire around 1 a.m. Saturday morning. According to the Erie County 911 Center, the fire broke out in the attic, causing significant damage to the rest of the house. An adult male escaped the fire with no injuries, and the Red Cross was called in to assist. The start of the 2021 food truck season began in downtown Erie on Saturday. It's good news tonight at 10 o'clock. Erie Ale Works teaming up with a Taco Lips food truck for the first food truck event of the season. Dozens of folks had a chance to enjoy plenty of delicious and traditional tacos. The owner says he's really grateful for the partnership with Erie Ale Works for today's event.
This is our 4th year, and Erie Ale Works was kind enough to have us come down and feed all our patrons and open up our 2021 season.
And he says he expected about 50 to 60 people out for today's kickoff. Coming up on coming up on Fox 66 News, Sharing the Wealth. We'll tell you what you can expect as millions of Americans will soon see a welcome addition to their bank accounts. Plus, in tonight's PI 365, we'll share a virtual event that'll get you geared up for springtime. And hopping on the bus, a Minnesota man converting an old school bus into a sweet ride.
See news happening? Shoot it, then send it to us via Facebook or the Your Erie To Go app on your smartphone. See it, shoot it, send it.
Are you wanting to stay in your home forever, but there are obstacles in your way? Call Adaptive Construction Solutions for a free custom consultation on how we can help make your dream of staying in your home possible. Call 616-5998. Adaptive Construction Solutions.
Over 10 years ago, we made a promise to redefine everything a truck can be. And while we've made good on that promise by winning back-to-back Motor Trend Truck of the Year awards, the work is never done.
During Ram Truck Month, hurry in and get 0% APR financing for 84 months. Or after 500 truck month bonus cash, well-qualified returning FCA lessees can lease the 2021 Ram 1500 Bighorn for $239 a month.
Just this last signature and your home is sold. So that's it?
I thought it'd be harder.
Well...
Full-service trailer repair at Fabens. Wiring issues and braking issues. Bearing repacking and tires. Frame repair and custom fabricating. From the coupler to the taillights. Fabens Trailers and Truck Accessories.
We'll hook you up.
Hitch it. Load it. Haul it. Fabens Trailers and Truck Accessories.
We'll hook you up.
This is Fox 66 News. First at 10.
Coming up 1 hour earlier, as the hours tick closer to daylight savings time, we'll tell you how some consider it outdated. That's just ahead on Fox 66 News. Millions of Americans will soon see a welcome addition to their bank accounts. The IRS is already depositing stimulus checks to individuals and families across the country. The checks are a part of the latest COVID-19 relief package President Biden signed this week. Washington correspondent Raquel Martin has more on what you can expect.
It only took the IRS 24 hours to begin releasing those $1,400 stimulus checks. The Treasury Department says many Americans will receive their deposits this weekend and more to come this week. A third round of stimulus checks are now on the way.
85% of the households in America will be getting this money.
The checks are a part of the $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan. The president signed into law Thursday. At a Rose Garden celebration Friday, President Biden called it a victory for struggling families across the country.
Help is here.
Individuals making up to $75,000 will receive a $1,400 check. Married couples making up to $150,000 will get $2,800. And eligible parents will get another $1,400 for each child. And unlike the first two rounds of payments, eligible adults with dependent senior relatives or college-age children will also qualify for additional checks.
I hope that there will be some families that can do something special.
Illinois Democratic Congresswoman Sherry Bustos says she hopes the money will help repair the damage caused by the pandemic.
The idea is that this stimulates the economy.
But every Republican lawmaker voted against the bill. Among them, Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana, who says it's too expensive and all borrowed money America can't afford.
Deficits do matter. How long do you think your family would last if every month you spent more and more on the credit card and made the minimum payment?
Like previous payments, the IRS says taxpayers will need to take no action to receive their money. The IRS says the vast majority will be distributed by direct deposit. And for the rest, the check will soon be in the mail. Now, despite it being the height of tax season, the IRS is saying not to worry. They say their employees are working around the clock to ensure tax returns as well as stimulus checks make it out to families as quick as possible. They've also created a link online for those interested in tracking the status of their stimulus check. In Washington, Raquel Martin.
Hundreds of people took part in public remembrances for Breonna Taylor on Saturday. They gathered in Louisville, Kentucky to mark 1 year since the 26-year-old woman's death. Taylor was killed when police officers executed a no-knock search warrant at her apartment. She was shot in an exchange of gunfire when her boyfriend opened fire on the officers. People came from both the immediate area and other states to take part in the gatherings. The clocks are rolling forward Saturday night into Sunday, but is that a good thing or an outdated practice? You be the judge. Reporter Jennifer Williams spoke to New Yorkers and a sleep specialist to find out.
A group of senators want to do away with changing the clocks biannually, introducing the Sunshine Protection Act on Tuesday. Daylight saving time was introduced during World War I. Many believe the policy is outdated.
It was supposed to be for the farmers, right? So I'm indifferent. I guess we get the extra hour of daylight, so I'll take it, but I don't know why we still do it.
I don't like the changing time at all because it kind of messes me up. Messes everybody's up.
7 to 7, I could get with that all year round.
Massachusetts Senator Ed Markey said when supporting the bill, quote, studies have found year-round daylight saving time would improve public health, public safety, and mental health, especially important during this cold and dark COVID winter.
The shifting in the circadian rhythm which occurs when we make this change from spring and in winter definitely takes a toll. It's no different than if you became jet lagged.
According to neurologist and sleep specialist Dr. Alan Toffe, the impact goes well beyond just feeling groggy.
It translates into real risk with an increase in the number of car accidents, an increase in the number of heart attacks, and there's scientific evidence showing that this goes beyond just an inconvenience, and it's actually posing a health risk on a lot of us. When we're springing forward, it's tough initially because we're losing an hour of sleep because we're advancing the clocks, but ultimately you're getting more daylight. And I think that increase in daylight is a net positive.
Pick one clock and stick with it.
Daylight saving time begins this Sunday, March 14th and lasts until Sunday, November 7th. On the Upper East Side, Jennifer Williams, Fox 5 News.
And we're going to give you another reminder about daylight saving time coming up next. As we spring forward, lose the hour of sleep, but as you just heard,